So today we made around $300 trading gold in around 15 to 20 minutes. Again, one of the craziest days we've had in the community. And I'm actually doing this live within the community as well. So we're live doing a breakdown. Plus, we've got the community, the chat right here in front of me. But today we're going to break down this trade and explain to you why I placed this trade. Even though the market looks like we're crashing down, why on earth did I place a buy? You'll understand that exactly why we did it and how we marked up targets and how I was able to leave just before the market crashed down. So first of all, we had London session crash to the downside, and I was just explaining to the community that we would have had a way better trade in London session, but unfortunately I just didn't see this. Like, this was at what, 9:30, and I just didn't see this trade until like we were down here, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. Whatever the market is, it's cool. And then after that, we finally saw a break of structure. Was it here? Yeah, break of structure at these highs. So that was like, okay, cool. And I think it was on the 50 minutes, which makes it a little bit easier for us. Yeah, it was a break of structure on the 50-minute time frame. And as soon as I saw that break of structure, I was like, okay, cool. Actually, it wasn't even this break of structure. It was right here, this break of structure. Because we then created lower highs and then higher lows. And then we created lower highs, higher lows. And then, boom, we crashed up and broke this internal structure high. So for me, that's like, okay, ring bells. Most likely we're going to have price continue to go to the upside, but I had to be very, very patient, because if I just entered off, which I could probably scale in, if I entered off, okay, cool, price tapping into here, it would have been a very, very bad trade. So what I did was, and if I'm not mistaken, I entered off this candlestick right here. But what I did was I had to look at higher time frame. So on the higher time frame, and I was just explaining this to the VIP lounge as well, that we're still bullish. Like, even though, yes, okay, I understand the 4 hour is giving us 3 bearish candlesticks, we still haven't broken these lows. So technically, market can still reverse to the upside. Obviously, now that I look at it, I can see that, okay, cool, this fair value gap got invalidated. This imbalance got invalidated. We have an inverse fair value gap, which I understand now. But still, I'm gonna be real. The way the market was when this candlestick was, it was like it was pushing up a little bit. It was pushing up. And so for me, that was like, okay, we're still bullish on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is bearish for real, like crazy bearishness. But I saw a huge, and when I say huge, I saw like a crazy impulsive move to the upside. Now, if we go back onto the 5 minutes, okay, this is actually very, very important, because I could have easily entered a little bit earlier, but the market wouldn't have been guaranteed. Okay, the market would not have been guaranteed, because we still are creating higher lows. Okay, so what we need to do, sorry, lower highs, sorry, not higher lows, lower highs. So what we had to do is we have to be patient with this move. So first of all, we had a big bullish push to the upside, basically covering most of this candlestick, most of these lows, right? And then we created a fair value gap. We had bullish order flow out of this fair value gap. Finally, a huge bullish order flow out of this fair value gap, which created a basically internal break of structure. Okay, this is what happened. This break of structure occurred. Now, I could have easily entered off this candlestick right here and kept my stop loss below these lows or below this fair value gap, but it's too forced of an entry. I couldn't have done that, because price could have easily, which I will show you, price could have easily swept me out over here, swept all these highs, and then crashed down. And then it's like, okay, low-key, this downwards push is super strong, and all we had was a retracement and then a push to the downside. So because I didn't want to fall for that retracement, I was like, okay, cool. We had a change of character. So this is very important, because when we have downwards push, we can have something like this. We can have a change of character right here, but we can't enter off that change of character. We have to always enter off, okay, break of structure right here. So we kind of had a liquidity sweep, kind of right here, liquidity sweep, And then we had a break of structure where we finally broke above these highs. Now that's where I've entered, okay? So pretty much that's how we entered. So like I said, actually, let me just draw this out again. We had the change of character, then we created new highs. We enter off, well, we first see that break of structure, then we enter off bullish order flow out of either fair value gap, imbalance, whatever it is, we're entering off that, okay? So when it comes to the market, we finally had, so we had to change a character right, I would say around here, change a character, or say like kind of like around here, kind of. We had to change a character, which like I said, we had the downwards push, downwards push, highs, lows, boom, change a character. Then we have the break of structure right here, okay? And technically the break of structure occurred right here. So this was the break of structure, okay? So it's very important to understand the market structure when it comes to trades like this, because you could enter early, but your trade could be invalidated very, very fast, especially if the market has the momentum which it had over here. Okay, so we had to be very, very careful. And this is where patience is very, very important. Okay, bearing in mind, we're on a very, very low time frame as well. So when I finally saw that, okay, we had the break of structure, I'm now looking for, which let me just delete this. I'm now looking for, because now this has become an order block, which I'll just draw it out. This has now become an order block right here. This has become an order block, and now I'm waiting for price to either tap into a fair value gap, order block, or equilibrium. So let's have a look and see. So we had the order block, but I think the fair value gap was better for us. Plus I had equilibrium, which was right here, but we never actually tapped into equilibrium. But we did have an order block tap, which is right here, entry of the order block, plus bullish order flow out of the fair value gap. That's enough for me to enter. So I deleted this, I deleted the equilibrium tool, which if I now get the fib, I think it'll be much easier to see it on the fib. Right, and I don't think, actually no, even on the fib we didn't really tap into the 38.2. So I mean, even the fib wasn't as great. I mean, the fib could have been here, really, these lows to these highs. I mean, low key the fib did get hit, but I mean, hold on, let me just draw that. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't really count that as a fib hit. From us, we literally had liquidity sweep, which is down here. We then looked for break of structure on the 5-minute, because if you look at the 1 hour, we had sweep of all these liquidities, which if I just draw this out again, we had a sweep of this liquidity, a sweep of this liquidity. So we had the liquidity sweep. We then scale into the 5 minutes, and then we look at, okay, break of structure. And actually, to be honest, I was actually looking at the 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we had a break of structure. Okay, finally we had a break of structure. I am now looking for 5-minute entries, basically. 5-minute entries, looking for fair value gaps, order blocks, imbalances, breaker blocks, Fibonacci, equilibrium, whatever it is, discounted price, wherever it is, I'm looking for those confluences. We get 2 confluences, we get bullish order flow out of there. As soon as that happens, I enter the market. As soon as this candlestick closes, I enter. Okay. Now targets. Now originally I had my target up here. So TP1 and TP2. So TP1 was the entry of this order block. TP2 was these highs. Now I did ignore these highs right here, but these highs would have also been a target as well. So we had TP1, TP2, and really and truly, like this order block right here, this order block would have actually been a good TP, really and truly. But again, it doesn't matter, because I ended up closing my candlestick right after this candlestick closed. So like around, like, I think maybe, I don't know where exactly it was, but like around maybe just about higher than that, giving me a 1 to 3, because I remember it was 1 to 3R. And so we had targets here. Now, the thing about this trade, which was kind of annoying, is that we had red folder. And so when you look at TradingView, red folder, it told me that news was at 2. But reality is on Forex Factory, which is super important for you to look at before your training session, which I did, but I just mistaken the time. News was at 12:30, not 2:30 for me. So I was then, when I entered this, because I entered this trade literally at around 12:15. Okay, 12:10, 12:15. Okay, when I entered, I started to see that price is being very hesitant. Even though we had a big bullish push to the upside, price is being very, very hesitant. Why is price being hesitant? I then realized, oh, we have a red folder day, and right now I could get stopped out any second because of volatility. Luckily, we stuck to our rules. And I then mentioned to the VIP lounge, who get to see my signals and get to see my trades, I let them know, okay, cool. Listen, we are going to take full take profit at this order block. Okay, we're going to take full take profit at this order block. Why? Because TP1 is way more important than trying to ride to all the way up here for TP2. And second of all, is because we have red folder, we're going to have volatility. Okay. Now, because of that, I was like, you know what? Best thing, take full TP. If anything, take the trade, take some partials here, and move stop loss to break even, if anything. But it doesn't matter, because I ended up taking full TP out of here, giving me a 1 to 3.5 R. Honestly, now that I look at it, I should have realized this order block right here, because this would have been my TP2, actually, like the entry of this order block. So we actually had another order block right here, which I think would have been a way better target as well. And again, this is all learning as well. So it's not like I'm forecasting. This is all learning curve as well for me. Even though I know, like, okay, where's targets? I always wanted TP1 to get hit, but now that I'm looking at it, I could have actually left a runner for TP2, which would have given me almost a 1 to 2 R, which is not too bad. I mean, that would have given me at least, I think, $500, $600, like around that mark. But I mean, $300 is still not that deep. This week we had such a good week as well. I know the VIP lounge, they know that we had a terrible Monday, and then literally stupid mistakes on Monday, not even terrible, just stupid mistakes on Monday. And not only did we cover up on Tuesday, but now Wednesday and Thursday has just put us in super high profits. So I think for the week, if I'm not mistaken, guys, for the week, I think we're like 4.5 R, like around 5 R up for the week, which is amazing. And so even if you are trading, let's say, prop firms and things like that, you basically passed phase one. I think, is it phase one or phase two? I can't remember how prop firms work. I haven't done one in a minute. But I know that with prop firm one, you have to get, I think, is it altogether 10R or something like that, or 13R? I can't remember, guys. But whatever it is, I mean, 5R for the week is amazing. If you risk 2%, you've hit 10R. So, I mean, that's still passing a funded account. So most of the traders on there, on the VIP lounge, are literally killing it. And this is not something that we do on just a 1 week off. We do this on a regular basis. So if you guys want to be part of that community, make sure you click the link in the description below. If you like the way I trade and you like the way I break down the markets and you understand the way I break down the markets, make sure you subscribe and like this video, comment down below, and chat. If you are watching this, comment down below Wealth Club, Muller Effects Wealth Club, so we know that the Wealth Club members are watching this trade, watching this YouTube video. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I'm not going to really look for any more moves. I probably won't even trade tomorrow because it is a Friday and we've had such a good week. There's no point trading tomorrow, but we'll still see how the market is tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And I'll see you in the next video.